What is a sonnet?
Why should we learn literature? Francisco Petrarch, William Shakespeare, John Donne. To the Nile by John Keats. Hi, I am Amita Varnakulasuriya from Balangoda, Sri Lanka. Hi everyone. We are addressing all people who are interested in literature, and this will be a continuous work, and of which this will be the first one. So, to begin with, we decided to discuss sonnets with you. You all may know that sonnets is a kind of poetry, a special kind of poetry in English. Francisco Petrarch, an Italian poet, was the founder of sonnets. He was born in 1303 and died in 1374. He wrote sonnets in a special way. His sonnets consisted of two parts. The first 8 lines, the octave, the second 6 lines, the sestet. So that is how he consisted his sonnets. But the most famous poet for sonnets is not Petrarch, but William Shakespeare. You have heard of him. He is considered the greatest playwright ever, who wrote 37 plays. Apart from his plays, Shakespeare, who was born in 1564 and died in 1616, wrote 154 sonnets. He changed the structure of sonnets. Now, as I told you earlier, Petrarchan sonnets consisted of an octave and a sestet. But Shakespeare's sonnets or Shakespearean sonnets consist of 3 quatrains and 1 couplet. So this is based on the rhyming system. So throughout these 164 sonnets, Shakespeare addresses a nobleman, a dark lady, and a counterpoet. The most important thing is Shakespeare conveys his love, compassion, and admiration of these people throughout his sonnets. So today we are just going to have a look at his 18th sonnet. The title is Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? So we are just going to discuss the sonnet and to see the message conveyed through this. Shakespeare makes this person eternal through this sonnet. In other words, the particular person he speaks of lives forever. So that is the special thing of this sonnet, right? So first I'll just recite the sonnet, I'll go through that, then we will discuss in detail. Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? And this is how the sonnet goes on. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing courses untrained. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. That is the sonnet. So we'll just discuss what he says through this. In the first line itself, Shakespeare compares this person spoken to a summer's day. So when we consider about the seasons, summer is the most important season for them, because during the summer only they can go out and enjoy. So Shakespeare compares this person's beauty and this person to a summer day, which is a very, very important day. Then he exaggerates the beauty of the person saying this: "Thou art more lovely and more temperate." A summer day is lovely and temperate, but Shakespeare says, "Thou art more lovely and temperate." That means this person is better than a summer's day. Then Shakespeare highlights the weaknesses of the summer, which is the most important season, but he says there are certain weaknesses or shortcomings of summer. He says, "Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May." During summer there are rough winds which destroys the flower buds. So that's a destruction, a weakness in summer. Summer's lease, here lease means the time period, had too short a date. It is not a long period, just 3 months, a short period. Sometimes hot the eye of heaven shines. A metaphor is used, eye of heaven, that is the sun. So they love the temperature of summer, but Shakespeare says sometimes it's too hot, unbearable, a weakness. And often is his gold complexion dimmed. The sun does not shine brightly all the time. The complexion or the brightness gets dimmed. And every fair from fair sometimes decline. By chance or nature's changing goes untrimmed. Without changing, every beautiful thing loses its beauty with time. That is the nature of world, which Shakespeare doesn't like. Then he argues, "But thy eternal summer shall not fade. Your beauty shall not fade, shall not decline." Then he says how he does it. "No lose possession of that fair thou owest." You possess a beauty, you should never lose that. You should have this beauty, you should have this elegance eternally. He says, "No shall death break thou wanderest in his shade." Even death cannot destroy your beauty, right? Now we know that when everyone and everything dies, the beauty vanishes. But Shakespeare argues, your beauty shall not be taken even by death. This is how it happens. "When in eternal lines to time thou growest." In eternal lines, Shakespeare highlights this sonnet. Your beauty is in this sonnet, and it grows day and day. Then the final argument he brings, "So long as men can breathe." Here men can breathe means as long as men live, eyes can see, right? As long as men live and as long as they can read, they read this sonnet, right? So long lives this. That means this sonnet lives and people read this sonnet and this gives life to thee. So the poem, the sonnet gives life to this person, and even now when we talk of this particular person, he or she still lives. So finally Shakespeare argues, as long as this sonnet exists, the beauty of this person is eternal, right? It does not die. So that is how Shakespeare make this person eternal in the hearts of the readers. Thank you. Now, through sonnet 18, Shakespeare highlights certain human qualities. It is evident his love and admiration towards the person spoken of. And this particular person is very, very important to the poet. That's why he wants to make the person eternal. The beauty of this person should not evade. So, after about 600 years, even today we talk of the beauty of this person. So, it is a great thing that Shakespeare has made this person eternal through this poem, and it shows Shakespeare's love and admiration towards this person. So, just like, people have made certain people eternal in different ways. For example, Emperor Shah Jahan made Mumtaz Mahal eternal, building the Taj Mahal. But they may be destroyed due to wars, natural disasters. But this song, This particular things like this song are eternal. So I think it is a better way to make a person eternal. So you can understand how he has done it. Because when you think of history, people have constructed great things in the name of some other people. But with the passage of time, those things have been destroyed. But things like this, the poetry, poems, that never happens. Somewhere in the world they live. So that is how Shakespeare made this person eternal, and it shows the importance of this person to the life of the poet. Hi, I am Amita Varnakula Surya from Balangoda, Sri Lanka. I am a language teacher and I have been teaching for 35 years. I thought of sharing my experience and knowledge with you all. As far as I think, we cannot teach or learn literature individually. We have to share our experience and knowledge. That's why I thought of doing this program. I want you to watch this, and if you like, please like. And if you think others should watch this, I highly appreciate you can share it and subscribe. To continue this program, I really need your views, opinions and ideas. So I want you to comment on these clips. I really appreciate that. So I want to share my experience with you all, and to share your experience, and we all can empower ourselves and do some better work. Thank you.